Hey guys, so we just watched the pilot episode of Jack Ryan. Excuse me. You don't know Jack Ryan is a Tom Clancy character. He's been in several movies, played by different actors. And Jack Ryan, I believe, was in Rainbow Six 2 with John Clark while they're working all about. But it's on, it's for free. Well, it's not free. If you have Amazon Prime, you guys get a bunch of free movies, a bunch of free original television. Jack Ryan's one of them. So if you have Amazon Prime, check it out. It's if you like the Tom Clancy and military and espionage, spy and war and analyst and against terrorism. That's something you're into. I guess since you guys play Rainbow Six Siege, you like tactical feel. It has that to it as well. So we won't go too much spoilers. We'll try to keep it spoilers free in case you guys still want to watch it. We'll do a spoiler free review. So. It stars Jim Krasinski, also the same actor.
John Krasinski.
He's the actor who plays Jim Halpert in The Office. Mm-hmm. He was in the Benghazi, I think 16 Hours. He filmed, directed, written A Quiet Place. So good. Really good. So it was very interesting to see him, have his own Amazon original series. So with that being said, what do you think of the first episode?
I really enjoyed it. I'm really happy to see him doing a mini series. Mm-hmm. After watching Quiet Place, I just needed more Jim. But then again, I just also have a huge crush. I think he did an excellent job. I really like where the series is going.
Mm-hmm. I would say the series does have some slow elements, but you're never bored. I was never bored. Jack Ryan, Tom Clancy's usually is a lot of high tension. Like Siege has a lot of high tension moments. You're always on your game, and then there's a big fight. That the big epic moment happens. But I felt like I was intrigued to see what was going on. The dynamic. I thought the main actor, John, acted very well, or him playing as Jack Ryan, very well. And it's very interesting how this episode turns, that Jack Ryan is an analyst. He's an analyst, a desk job guy. He did military background in the back, but then, he got injured and now he's a desk job guy. And how it brings him back towards the conflict of him showing off his skills, with that being said. So go ahead and just tell me your overall feel of it and the pacing and where you think the story is going.
Well, in the beginning, I was, of course, really, really happy to see a peddling Jim Halpert as Jack Ryan. I was like, oh, having a girl.
When Jack is his city life.
His regular life. I was like having my little crush moment.
Okay.
And then we get into the boring, monotonous. I would say monotonous because the pace of that is really slow. And when I think about what I know about that type of job in real life, I felt like it mimicked very well.
Like actual work in the military or like the secret, the military intelligence, like FBI, CIA, all that stuff.
Yeah, so intelligence as a field is very slow. I was in intelligence.
You were in the military for intelligence. Okay.
It as a whole is very slow, and they took something that takes months and months of work and condensed it down to like
something really quick.
He's
right?
a magic man,
yeah.
And from it going from that to a little bit more upper scale pacing with like going and doing normal life while trying to deal with the scenario. Essentially, what we should say is
should we say the premise?
I'll tell them okay. So if you were aware that there was another Osama bin Laden on your hands, would you not do everything within your power to do what you could and
to stop having another bin Laden rise up and take his place? And
yes, and that's just one man's view, and then trying to convince your whole team around that hey, you're not just trying to turn everything into a bin Laden, which is what I think they were trying to focus on, like find horses and not zebras.
Right. So Jack Ryan, his job is he's a analyst, economics, so he looks at banks transactions and try to connect all these terrorist organization banks and figure out like what's going on. And you have this brand new boss in charge of this whole intelligence division. He got demoted. He did something wrong, got demoted. This is his last chance, and he doesn't want to make another mistake. But they don't really show you like Jack Ryan's he did such a good acting while he woke up earlier trying to figure all this stuff out, analyze stuff. But he presents all this information. Look, there's probably going to be another huge Bin Laden out there, and like this brand new boss, day 2 of the job. So he's like, I can't make another mistake. But then he he knows something, but he doesn't. It doesn't really reveal to you that why is he not listening to Jack Ryan's analysts.
Well, that's the point. Like, you're the boss. You don't answer to those below you.
Yeah, you don't answer below you, and like the below you, like trying to figure like, we got so much evidence to show you there's something bad's happening. Why don't you listen? You don't know what's going on in the boss's head, and they always have something going on in the back of their head. With that whole being said, it is a slower pace, but I wasn't bored. I didn't feel bored. Did you feel bored during that pace?
No, I didn't feel bored.
And then when the action picked up, it picked up pretty good. And I thought it was very crafty of how, the terrorist organization, the way they were operating on it. So it reminded me a lot, like a taste of Zero Dark 30, where, the analyst finds Bin Laden and the SEAL Team 6 comes in, with all that. And it reminded me a little bit of Prison Break, where there are slow moments, but there is some drama to it. They're not breaking out prison or anything like that. It's not like, the goal was breaking out prison, getting brought out of prison. But it had that type of pacing style. Slow moments, yeah, and then, but it's also, you're like intense for the person drama. And then when the action picks up, it picks up.
Yeah, so when they were getting into the interrogation bit, I was laughing so hard because, like, man... It's just, when you think about it and you're in that situation, there's just the conditions, the people, like how dirty it is, how hot it is. Like, when you're in different countries, you're not comfortable. You don't have air conditioning. You're just there.
It felt like a Middle East brutal interrogation, like, during back in the days, during 9/11, we like basically interrogated the crap out of people relentlessly, doing what it takes to protect our country. And then, somehow the series made me actually understand the terrorist motives.
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is why the terrorists are doing this, and this is how the terrorist is becoming like this. And then, I was like, I still don't like the terrorists, but I do sympathize them a little bit more, because like, this wouldn't have happened if we never did this.
But then you have to ask yourself, why did we do that in the first place?
Yeah, like, why did we do that and for them to react like this?
It's a series of events with give and take.
Right.
Throughout the whole thing.
And it was very interesting. So I would say this is so far based on the first episode. If you have Amazon Prime, or watch it, or use your, if your friend or family has it, you can ask to borrow their account and watch it, or get Amazon Prime. I love the service. I use it for over the past 8 years. I buy everything Amazon, and they have a great. It's like having a small Netflix.
Yeah.
In your Prime account with the shipping. But with that, enough promoting Amazon. I do have stock in it, just saying. But I had Amazon Prime for years before I even bought stock. But check it out. If you guys want us to review more, we'll probably put an unlisted link in a playlist, so you can click in the link below, or I'll put an annotation where you can see our next episode review. And then we'll make a public, like, whole season review with a finale and then whole season. So let us know what you guys think.
And if you guys watch the episode, please communicate with us down below.
Yeah, tell us what you think. If it's a spoiler, put spoiler in comments. We're actually like spoiler, and then like a line down, and then say your comments of what it is. We're interested to read and engage, because I'm actually excited to watch the rest of this. All right,
bye. See ya.